Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Brian, I'm so excited to be one of your recommendations. Lahontan Gold Corp is a brand new story. We went public last year, April 13th. This company came together in September 2020 by putting three great assets from my private company and Victoria Gold. So since that time, we've done a lot of work behind the scenes. We've raised over $15 million. We just closed a placement that was oversubscribed by 50%. And as Brian just said, we put out a very impressive main resource. So we have an exciting year ahead, and I'm really excited to tell you guys about it. So we're in the Walker Lake, Nevada, Tier 1 jurisdiction. Two of our three assets are past producer, one open pit, and the other one very high-grade gold and silver. And then our third asset is a silver play. We have great infrastructure, and we have a strong management and board with a proven track record. Victoria Gold owns 30% of this company. Management and ownership owns 11%. So we have a pretty well-rounded shareholder base so far, just coming out the gate. We have a 37 square kilometer land package, district scale. As you can see on the map on the right, Santa Fe, Moho, and Red Lick are our three assets. They're just a little, about 30 kilometers away from Hawthorne, so fantastic place to be. We have our warehouse there, our trucks, our team, our core, great infrastructure from that standpoint. Santa Fe was a past producer from 1988 to 1992. This was mined by Corona Gold, about 710,000 ounces of silver and 400,000 ounces of gold. During this time, gold and silver was not favorable prices, $350 to $400. So you can imagine trying to make money off open pit mine back in that time zone was quite hard. But what it's done for us is to create a tremendous opportunity of over 100,000 meters of drilling, 1,100 drill holes. So we weren't starting from ground zero when we went out to look at this project and get started. We have all of our projects have permits on it. BLM has been a dream to work with. We got those permits in less than a 2-week timeline. So this is what Santa Fe looks like on the ground. Those small pits there are SLAB-CALVADA pits. They're very small and shallow. This was mined at the end of the mine life. There was a 0.7 strip ratio, so they were just looking for that next bench to make money on. And then in the dark shadow in the back there, that's our Santa Fe pit. And then beyond is our dear neighbors, 402 Gold, who are mining Isabella Pearl. So this chart we put together because we put out our main resource January 17th, 1.7 million ounces. And I really like to have goals for our company and look at what our grade and our ounces compare to our neighbors in Nevada and the Great Basin area. And I felt like this is a really impressive chart to look at because we have very good grade, 1.12 grams gold EQ, and our starting point is almost 1.7 million ounces. And we have a very aggressive program this year for our drilling. This is our land package to date. It's 19 square kilometers. The breakdown of our resource is 1.11 million ounce indicated and 0.55 million ounce inferred. This is all pit constrained, which is really helpful for us when we're looking at mining out this project. This slide shows the Santa Fe, SLAB-CALVADA, and York. Those are the 4 historic pits to date, with Santa Fe being the largest. It's only 90 meters deep, so there is a lot of oxide and sulfides underneath that are left there for us to mine out. This is just a great picture of the pits on the property. The black line shows you where our team put the outline of the resource pits, so everything is constrained. But outside of those pits, you see lots of blocks that could not be a part of this resource estimate because we need to fill in. So the SLAB-CALVADA central area is a really huge focus for us. We have a drill rig coming out May 1st, and in this area, we're going to drill about 10,000 meters. And really, what we're imagining from this area is this is going to be one big super pit when we get done exploring here. So this is a huge goal for us because we want to fast track this back into production. This project is a mine under closure, which means we have a $300,000 bond with the BLM on the property. And during our years on the property, we have to do quarterly environmental studies. So we are very close to the BLM of what do we need to do to fast track this into production. We have 2 wells on the property, and we have a substation on the property, so fast-tracking this back into production is our number 1 goal. So this is just a nice size cross-section of the Santa Fe pit, and you can see the black line of the redox boundary there. But most important about this is our cutoff for this resource was 0.25, and that's just the little blue blocks that you see sparsely in this pit. So when you're thinking about mining this, the continuity of this is absolutely excellent and a dream for our mining team. And this is what it looks like. It's really not hard to imagine what we're trying to do here. We just want to lay back that beautiful sun oxide material and see how far it goes and how big we can grow the Santa Fe pit. In the box, the shallow oxide, there's an example there of 24 meters grading 0.9 grams EQ. And this area here, we're just going to keep focusing on drilling it out. So the SLAB-CALVADA complex, as I mentioned, you see all those blocks outside the pit constraint model. We'll be focusing our drill program here first, because the more ounces we find here when we start back into production, because the strip ratio is so low, we could be working in this area right off the bat. It was 0.7 strip ratio back in the day, so we would just start there and then move over to the Santa Fe area once we get the layback done. So I call this my geologic team's dream page, because I don't think they really understand what it takes to drill as far as dollars in the ground, and trying to focus them is always challenging. But what we're going to be focusing on here is the SLAB-CALVADA area and then the BH extension zone to the Santa Fe pit. But that being said, our goal right now is we have the drill rig showing up May 1st, and I'd like to keep it the rest of the year, because as you can see, there's so many targets to drill on this property, it's really endless. The Pinnacle target is a very interesting area for us as well. There's no drills on this area yet to date. However, our neighbor is drilling right up to our border to find more mineralization to extend their mine life, and they're hitting very good grades. So we know this is going to be an exciting area for us to drill. But our focus right now is to get our resource numbers up plus to 2.3, 2.5 million ounces. And the reason why I say that is because we have 1 million of oxide ounces right now. If we start hitting a 1.5 plus million ounces in the oxide, then that is a beautiful, nice size mine of 150,000 ounces a year with a 10-year mine life. And then you start to get to a sweet spot for, are we putting out the PEA study and putting economic numbers around this to build it sooner than later? So we're brand new. This is where Brian is saying the value comes in. We just closed a $3.3 million financing. We have 121 million shares outstanding. Our market cap is only $13.3 million right now. Our neighbors in Nevada are getting $41 per ounce in the ground. We're getting 8 right now, so we have a long ways to go, but we have a big year ahead of us between our drilling. We just put out our resource, filed it this morning. We have network coming, so throughout the year there's going to be a lot of news flow, and my goal is to get this story out there and market it, because people don't know a lot about it yet. Our shareholder base, Victoria and KA Gold, is our management team, and John McConnell is our chairman of the board. We've got a very extensive team that can back this story and build it if we want to. So we're just going to stay focused on doing what we do on the ground and listen to Brian's picks of, hopefully he's right about the gold going through the ceiling, because that would be helpful for all of us. Thank you very much.